How's it going out there in Twitch and YouTube land? How's everybody doing? Welcome to another episode of Road to Glory, and I am your host, DJ Star underscore 22. For a moment, I almost forgot the title. It's been one of those weeks, folks. It has definitely been one of those weeks, and I definitely want to share a lot of that with you. But of course, we're not just here to talk about my day and my week, but we're here to race. And so that's what this channel is all about. And this week we are doing something different. If you could tell by the title of today's show, we are going to be focusing on, let me pull it up. Yes, we are be focusing on my process. And what's really cool is this week, F1 had its biggest update for 2021. And so one of those things is they brought in a new track from Portugal. And so I have not taken a look at this track at all. And so we're going to be doing that together. And let's go ahead and actually just jump into that. Let me get some things playing here. Let's first start with, of course, that amazing music that goes with the F1 soundtrack. And so what we're going to do is we are actually going to, let's see, I'm going to try to do it as how I normally do my process, which is do a race. So we're going to go to Portugal. This is the track that we're going to do. It's in Portimao. And hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Let's see if it allows me to, I want to make sure I can set the right settings. So let's see if we go here. As always, we're going to race as my favorite driver, Lewis Hamilton, which we're definitely gonna have a conversation about, this past weekend's F1 race. If you do not watch F1, this is probably the best season ever. Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen have been going head to head, and literally they went head to head this past weekend in Monza. Weekend structure is what I want. We are going to do the practice format. We're going to do full session, and then I'm also going to do a full qualifying, and then we'll do a short race. And the reason why I want to do the full session because for practice it's 3 practices, for qualifying it's 3 stages, and then for the length I think it's 5 laps. Yeah, and so we'll do those 5 laps for the race, which is something similar we did. Normally I would do a mid race, which is 30 minutes, but I know that will probably run us over. Maybe one day we'll go beyond an hour and a half, but for right now, I want to respect everyone's time. So let's let me switch my screens here. Let's go to here. All right. So so we're going to do practice format, qualifying, and then the session length is going to be a medium. All right. And so part of the process and reason why I want to do this with you all is I learned some very valuable lessons this week. And before we get into the racing, I'll go ahead and at least get us here so you can see it. But so this week, a little bit about myself. I'm married. I have 3 children, 2 boys who live with me, and then a daughter who lives out of state. And I had them all to myself this weekend. And it was very interesting because they both were sick. And so, and out of all weekends, it was this weekend, which is probably my busy. I mean, out of all weeks, it was this week, which is probably one of my busiest weeks ever. I'm in grad school working on a master's in eSports. And this week we have a project that's due. And hats off to my my group mates who really supported me in all this as well. And so big shout out to them. Hey, what's going on, Steffi? Yes, go Lewis. And so yes, my boys were sick. I have a project. Work started picking up, and then I also have a stream and everything as well. So yeah, it was crazy. It was very crazy this week. But one of the greatest highlights of my week, and this I really want to share this before. Oh my gosh, it's going to be raining. That's not what I wanted. It's not going to be a good race, guys. All right, so I'm gonna toggle the weather because I didn't want it to rain. So actually, let's get out of this because if it rains, it's not going to be a pretty. It won't be a pretty race for anybody. And I didn't think I had to set the weather, but I will set it. But yeah, so this week I got the opportunity to meet a sim racer out of Europe. And the crazy thing is, this young lady is 17 years old. And when I tell you that she has shared like so much knowledge with me, and I was just so like elated and just refreshing. And so what's really cool about this young lady is that like she started as a sim racer, and she's now interested in doing more coaching and engineering. And so I'm actually happy to say that she said she's willing to take me on as a project. And one of the things that she said to me, and this is why I really want to say this part before I really get started, because she reminded me of something. Like I was telling her about all the stuff I do in terms of like when it comes to sim racing and looking at hot laps and looking at telemetry and all that stuff. And she was like, honestly, the goal is to make the driver as comfortable as possible. And if the driver is comfortable, you'll be able to get the most speed out of that driver. And that really hit me. Like it hit me hard because what I realized, especially in doing this stream, and just in life in general, is that like I've been able to get uncomfortable. Like I've been uncomfortable. This is actually uncomfortable. And I do a podcast every week where I'm very comfortable. And I was wondering like, why is it so uncomfortable? Maybe it's because, I'm, if I'm nervous, is it, I don't know what it is. Right. And so but what I realized is that like, I have to be comfortable. And part of me being comfortable is this, like having these conversations. This is who I am. I love sharing and I want people to share as well. And so yeah, so like that's where I really want this whole thing to be now. What's going on, Harvard boy? What's up? What's up? I'm actually going to post your message. So he's one of my group mates, man. So I really appreciate him always showing up as well and supporting the stream. But yeah, like what I realized is like this is me talking, and so I want this to sort of be like a conversation for all of us, and I want this to be a space for us to be able to share and be able to be our most comfortable, because when we are our most comfortable, we'll get the best out of ourselves. And so yeah, so like that's what this is going to be about. I finally figured it out. Yes, it's going to be my journey. Yes, you're going to see some process of me racing and all that. And as I learn, because now I have a coach, which is going to be great. But, ultimately, it's a space for all of us to be able to share and just be able to like, enjoy games, because that's what games are for, right? I learned in my class, the number 1 and 2 factor is that like developers make games so that they can be enjoyable and replayable. And so that's what keeps bringing me back to F1, because I really enjoy doing it and it's got a high replay value. And so I want to just keep, being able to do that. So we're going to jump into Portugal today. Brand new track. Never, ever, ever. I was tempted to try it, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this the right way, and I'm going to do it live. And so we're going to jump into it. I've talked for 15 minutes, and so I'm sure I've talked enough. And I'm just going to walk you through my process and, do that. I don't have any telemetry on this, and I'm actually purposely not going to use telemetry because I want to, honor what my new coach said, which is like just focus on the racing and getting to know the track. And so that's what we're going to do. All right. So this actually is a new menu. I've never actually done these races before, but here we go. All right. So I'll do my best to talk. I might get a little loud because my headphones are a lot louder. But yeah, let's go ahead and we're going to drive out because I need to learn the track. And we might not go through all the practices. If I get comfortable enough, then we'll just skip straight to qualifying. All right. Also with this update, a lot of changes. So you don't see my position because I didn't get enough time to change my camera. I just realized that like it reset the entire game. And so, yeah, I'm gonna have to let you know right now I'm in position 15. But we're just gonna cruise around a couple of times just to get to know the track. Right now, I'm not even worried about brake limits and where I'm gonna brake. I just wanna understand that there's 3 sharp turns in the very beginning, right? And then we're going up a hill. This is the DRS zone. Oh, it also changed. Wow. Well, maybe I should have played the game because it's also changed my controls. All right, so we have another big turn coming up. Oh, and actually I want to show you all something. I'm gonna go through this and then we're actually gonna look at the map. Nice big hill here, and then nice downhill. Ooh, it's like I can't see. A lot of blind turns on this track. Another big turn. Okay. A lot sharper than I thought. Another blind turn here. And then we're back at the pit lane straight away. All right, so I'm actually gonna pause because, yep, I got the gloves. You're right about that. I don't have the official gloves, but I got some gloves. Harbor boy. All right, so I'm actually gonna pause because I want to show you all this track. Have this map here, and so yeah, so this is the track right now. Where and I can't really. I guess I should have did a better job of. Let's see. Here we go. All right, so right now I'm right at the starting lane, but I'm actually a little further back. You can't really see my mouse, but right at the tip of where the title is about where we are, right? And what's really cool about this map is it actually gives us the speeds and the gears that we should be in. So as we do that, I'm actually going to change some settings as I'm talking to you all. But yeah, so this is the track. Very long track, as you can see, very windy as well. All right, so yeah, we do actually have the suggested gears on. So now we are about to speed it up a tad bit so that we can really see what this track is. And I'm actually going to change the camera view because the update also deleted my each of my cars have a specific camera setting and it got deleted. So I'm gonna have to do the TV pod because I can actually see better right now. So here we go. I'm gonna pick up speed. What is L2? All right, so we're gonna say it's a 5 here. I'm doing a 4 and I spin out, which is fine. That's fine. It happens. All right, here we go. I gotta get used to these controls because these are not my controls. Oh, it looks like it deleted a lot of my stuff. Another 5. This is a 2. And another spin out. Okay, so if we're spinning out like this, then that means we need to change. We have a lot of oversteer. All right, Botas. Wow. Okay. All right, we're going to go back to the garage. We need to make some adjustments. All right. Oh, this is so weird when things are not the way you put them. All right, so right now, we're going to do a little more downforce and see how that works for us. All right, X to overtake. I still also got to find out what the DRS is. Three here. All right. So, since Max Verstappen just hit me, I think it's actually a good segue into talking about what happened this weekend. I'm not really sure what is going on with my car. It's like very loosey-goosey. And I've never had it like this. I probably should have played the game after the update, because it seems like a lot has changed in this game. Okay, so yeah, so this weekend a really amazing race happened, L2, and Max Verstappen had the lead. Well, actually, Daniel Ricciardo had the lead. Max Verstappen was in second. And it was all about strategy this weekend. And so what was happening was the Mercedes both went out on hard tires. So the goal was for them to stay out longer. And everybody else went out on the mediums so they can be faster. And so Max Verstappen's tires, along with Daniel Ricciardo's, ended up, of course, wearing out way too soon. I am not driving well, but I'm just trying to learn the track, guys. And I'm trying to find my braking points. I'm going to get there, though. And I'm also trying to understand what's going on with the car. But so Max Verstappen was decided to pit along with Daniel Ricciardo. And what happened, Red Bull usually has one of the fastest pits. Like, they're usually like close to 2 seconds, which is quite amazing that you can change 4 tires in 2 seconds. But this time it took like 11 seconds. And so then that put him further down the row in terms of where the cars were. And so Mercedes, of course, decided to take advantage of that. And they were like, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and pit then too, because that was an opportunity for hold on, sorry. That was an opportunity for Lewis Hamilton to possibly get in front of both of them, right? And so what ended up happening is he came out. Lewis Hamilton did, right next to Max Verstappen. And then, well, actually, he came out right next to Lando Norris. And then right in front of Max Verstappen. And so as he came out, he sort of jumped in front of Max Verstappen, which he had the right to do. And then they ended up at that big sharp turn, and Max Verstappen was trying to force his way. And so some people say this differently. If you're a Verstappen fan, of course, you're going to say Lewis Hamilton ran him off the road. But if you are a Hamilton fan, you might say that Max Verstappen sort of tried to bully his way into his position. And so what ended up happening is Max Verstappen hit the sausage curb, which is like the big yellow curbs. I'm going to show you one. It's about to come up now, and very shortly I'll show you a yellow curb. And my braking points, I think, are going to be like right around the 50. That yellow curb right there. So he hit one of those, and when he hit it, it popped his front tire up, or it's actually not even his front tire, the whole front part of his car. And then it ended up going over Lewis Hamilton, and the halo literally saved Lewis Hamilton's life. And so a lot of people always, especially when you're driving, my brakes are not, yeah, this is very interesting. Especially when you're driving, you know, people say like the halo makes it hard to see, but it did its job, which was it saved Lewis Hamilton's life. And so, yeah, it was quite the race. And that happened, I want to say, fairly early in the race. I want to say like not even at the halfway point. And so since it happened not even at the halfway point, it ended up like I almost stopped watching the race, but it ended up being an amazing race because Daniel Ricciardo won his first race in, I want to say, like 4 years. Maybe it was 3, 2018, 2019. And so I was really excited for him. And Lando Norris also won, and that was also the first time that McLaren has had a 1-2 in quite some time as well. I'm trying to read these chats and drive at the same time, or just racing incidents. What do you think who do I think was at fault? I do think it was a racing incident because it actually happened a lot earlier where the shoe was on the other foot and Max Verstappen is like literally the same corner, same thing happened. It's just like opposite. And so I definitely think, you know, they both had good intentions and they're just like very competitive. And so I know that people have their favorites. And I mean, by far, my favorite is Lewis Hamilton. But at the same time, you know, they're both neck and neck right now, and that's what makes it so amazing and makes watching racing right now so amazing is because it's never really been this close in quite some time. I really do not know what is going on with my car. All right, let's Okay, so this is, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing right now. I am going to change my brake bias. I know I shouldn't be stopping on the road like this. Oh, yeah, they're gonna tell me not to stop. All right, so let me turn around. I'm turning. All right, so I'm gonna change my brake bias because, and I'm gonna move it closer to the back, and I'm hoping that that will help with the oversteer that's happening. Now I could be wrong, and I could be going the wrong way, and we're about to find out. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's the wrong way. All right, so let's go 50% and see what happens. Okay. All right, this feels a little better. And I'm going to change my differential by 80. Still getting a lot of oversteer on that side of the track. This is very interesting. So, Steffi, who do you feel like it was a racing incident? Ooh. All right. Okay, let's get out of here for a moment. I need to look at settings and controls real quick. Because I think it is not responding. So this is actually a part of my process. I know it's weird to think, but this is definitely part of the process. Right now, I'm just really more, let's look at calibrations. Braking the zone is good. Let's move this up to here. All right, so I've actually was reading today about this braking linearity, and so since I don't have a load cell in my pedal, in order for it to feel more like a true brake, let's do a test. Okay, that looks good. All right. Hold R3 to exit test. That's what I was doing. Okay. Now let's go back and let's look at this. On track effects. Turn that off. Okay. Yes, so all of this has changed, and I'm not going to take you all through off track right effects. Let's turn this down to like nothing. I don't need a wheel damper. Rumble strip effects. Put that at 25. On track effects. Put that at 15. That and 105. Okay. All right, I'll change all that later. Let's save this for now. We'll just call it 2 or custom wheel. We'll change it later. All right. Let's make sure it is on the custom wheel control. Okay. All right, let's see if this works. Turn to the garage. How are we doing on time? Whew. All right, we might go over today, folks, but that's okay. It is quite all right. So Steffi says, as a former racer, I tell you that neither of them was going to back down. Yes, rubbing is racing. Glad that Lewis was okay. I definitely agree with that. Oh, so Harvard Boy says, what's the halo? So the halo, if you're looking at my screen right now, is that round thing that's, so it used to be like a real open cockpit in that like there was nothing above them. And they found that that was very dangerous. And so the halo is the oval shape that's right above them. And there's also the engine intake actually is also a safety control. It acts as a roll bar as well. And so let's go to the track again. Let's try this out. We'll do a flying lap. I'll pause and you'll be able to see. You should be able to see. So the halo is that where it says that INEOS, that's the halo. And it sits right above the head so that nothing can, if the car flips, oh man. If the car flips or runs into something, there's also that middle piece, which is what saved, I forgot his name. But Grosjean, last year, the halo saved Grosjean in that like he was running into a barrier, and because he had that middle piece, it blocked the barrier from basically coming at his head and decapitating him. Ooh. All right, guys. This is not what you wanted to see today. This is definitely not what my racing process would look like. And but this is actually fun because I'm actually able to have a better conversation with you all today, and that's really what I wanted as well. And so, but the lesson learned today is check out your update before you go live. But we're still gonna go through it. I'm gonna still try to get in a time. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Oh, what is going on? Okay. That's the end of that session. It's gonna. All right, here we go. Really, Latifi? All right, so we lost our wing. Let's we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next practice and actually do some of the goals. There used to be a way. Here we go. Let's accelerate that time. All right, so let's look at what the goals are. I guess they don't have those goals anymore. Or maybe they just don't have it in this. All right, let's move to practice 2. I definitely didn't get a time. And I got a penalty. Man. All right. It's okay. It happens. Oh, and speaking of penalties, so what ended up happening is the FIA decided that Max Verstappen was at fault and gave him a 3 place grid penalty, which is huge. Especially with the race being so close. A lot of people felt that like that was a little harsh because he would only got like a 10-second penalty had both of the cars not crashed. But of course, had both of the cars not crashed, it wouldn't have been as dangerous. And so I'm sure that's what they took into account and they considered as well. All right. So it seems that this game has completely reset, and that's fine. We're going to make the best of it because we're just here to enjoy racing and driving. And so that's what we're going to do. As soon as I stop spinning around everywhere. Let's see if we can get a good lap in. Here we go. All right, that turn was a little wide. I need to brake a lot earlier. Still losing the back a lot. So to describe to y'all what this feels like right now, I can feel the back of the car sliding and just getting away from me. And so I find myself sort of like riding the brake to sort of prevent that. I'm braking at the 50, see? And that happens. Yeah. Let's flashback that actually. I gotta figure out the right flashback. All these buttons are completely different. Here we go. I guess I flashback way too soon. All right. Oh, it's getting a little squirrely. All right, so clearly I need to push it on the last bit. I'm starting to get the feel of it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. This is going to be the tail right here. As you can see, yes, wanted to get out from under me again. So 2. Oh, I do not know what is wrong with my car. I've yet to complete a full lap. A good lap anyway. Oh, and then on another good thing about the race last week is Bottas. He had a grid penalty because they did an engine change, and so he ended up having to start last, 19th. Although he made pole position for the they did a sprint race, and then he got 3rd place in the hold on. He got 3rd place in the sprint race, but then he ended up starting 19th. But the amazing thing is he went from 19th to 3rd place, which is really quite amazing. To be able to get through all that traffic. We almost had a lap. Almost. So yeah, so got all the way to 3rd. Lando Norris got 2nd last week as well. Okay. Where are we at? Oh, and they had us in the custom setup. Okay. Let's give the rear wing a little more and maybe that will help.
We're second in the speed trap, 195.5 miles per hour.
And we're also going to lower the car. By lowering the car, it gives you a lot more downforce. So it allows us to be a lot closer to the ground. I want to ease up on this brake pressure. And let's... All right. All right, let's try this out for size and see if this works. I mean, this can be the fun thing about racing, right? And it also can be the most frustrating thing because, again, if you're not comfortable in your car, you're not going to be able to get the best speed. And I totally ran that way over. All right, starting to feel a little better. Where you going, Latifi? Ooh. I didn't save it. Almost, actually. I was going to do a flashback. Let's see. Man, that was a quick hour. All right. We might stay on for a tad bit longer today. Let's see. Let's get this flashback correct. That's not going to let me. Yeah, I think we're going to stay on a little long today because I really want to get this right. And I feel like I'm almost there. And I just need it. I need this tonight. So if y'all don't mind, you're more than welcome to keep watching or, go about your day. But I promise you, if you come back to this stream, I will have mastered this track and this car. That's the other thing about me. I always have to get it right. I have to figure out a way to get it right. And so that is what I'm going to do. I'm trying to think of things to talk about and while I'm racing, and that is very hard to do. If there's anybody got anything, thanks for the vote of confidence, Steffi. I am going to do it. I promise you that. I will do it. We will stay on And I will do it. If it's the last thing I do tonight, it will be able to master this car and this track and just continue to push this track and this car to the limits. I mean, already, whew, that's our fastest lap. So, oh, you know what else I didn't know to check is what level this is on. Which is fine. Right now we are in 17th. So we're not in last, and so that's a good thing. I believe this is a 2. All right, we just did another personal best with a purple sector, which means we are really getting better, guys. I'm looking down because I'm not used to where these other buttons are. So I'm trying to figure out where they are. Oh, overturn that one. All right, let's flashback that one. I gotta remember that turn. There is no signs or anything that lets you know that it's a turn ahead. I did it again. All right, here we go. All right. We are getting better. We are into 9th. Overturned that one. Good. We're getting better. Ah, almost. Here comes that secret turn. I remember it. Yes, there we go. Lost a little time there, but I'll make it up. Could we get into the top 5? Oh, we're number 1. Fastest lap. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. This is literally a journey. You haven't just been on a journey. You saw how horrible I was. And now I went from 20th to 1st. And we're still getting better. I think we might be ready for qualifying. Almost. Whoa! That's what happens when you get too confident. Thank you, Steffi. I gotta remember that's a tricky turn right there. It's like you think it's coming, it's not quite there yet. But we know about this turn for sure. Well, we know about it, but yet we still do that. It's okay. It's okay. We're having fun. I'm having fun. This is a lot of fun. This is why I love racing. We're gonna brake right here. There we go. And then we'll just take it to the max. All the way around this corner. Oh. Okay. I thought I wanted to take it to the max all the way around that corner. We'll try that again. We'll take it to the max, but we'll be very careful because our back is still getting under us. And we set yet another fast lap, 125. Now let's try to do one without restarting. We're not going to restart though. We're just going to keep pushing and learning. Back is still getting under us. All right. Okay. It's okay. All right. I feel good. I feel good about that. We went from 0 to hero. Let's actually look at the numbers. All right, as you can see, I put the most laps out there, 10 laps to do a 125 to a 125.486. All right, so we're going to go to the next practice. We are over time, but if you guys like to stick around, then I am going to keep racing. And then we'll do this. I just want to do a couple of laps in this practice just to get a real feel. And then from there, we are going to go to qualifying. All right, let's look at our setup. All right, I'm gonna give it a little more, take some of that wing out. And at 60 here. And I'm going to take some of this out as well. Some of these is just guessing, which is probably not the best thing. I do know the anti-roll bar has to help with oversteer and understeer. So I think I'm going to increase this. Make it a little more firm.
So, 40 mile.
All right.
There's a lot of elevation changes, so you need to be on the brakes earlier on the downhill sections. And you need to be really precise on your turn exits into the uphill sections.
All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get a good time in. I definitely misjudged that exit. Oh, it's a 2. Okay. I'm never going to miss that turn anymore. But I might miss that one. All right, not bad. I think we did 128. Here's that special turn. Short little turn here. Didn't forget about you this time. It should definitely give us the fastest lap. Yep, 124. Better than last time. That was a perfect lap. No restarts. I think we are ready for qualifying. Ooh, that's nice. Almost off there, just a tad bit. Another purple sector. Our favorite turn. Yeah. Oh. Too much acceleration, way too fast. That's the lesson there, guys. Let's try it again, though. Now straighten out the wheel. Then we accelerate. Slow down here. Take this curb. And then it's just all out from here. Should be another purple sector, I believe. That's a green sector. We got 124.4. Oh, let the car get from under me. All right, here we go. After this, I'm going to skip the rest of this practice and go straight to qualifying. All right. 123. We are definitely there. All right, let's go qualify, shall we? Those who have stuck around, thank you. Appreciate it. We're going to end this practice and go qualify. And one of my strategies for qualifying is once I so like when you do a full qualification, it's 3 different qualifications, and as long as you make the cutoff, then you're good. And so I believe the first one is out of 20 cars, they take, I want to say it's 15, 10, and 5. I believe that's how it goes. I could be wrong, but if I make the top, then I'll just skip it and go to the next one. Also saves my tires as well. So let's see if we kept our top spot. We did 123. Max Verstappen had a 126. So we're doing really, really, really well. Really well. So here we go with the qualifications. All right. One thing I did not do is save my setup, but hopefully it saved it for me. Let's see. 7, 9. Looks like it did. That's great. I want to decrease my brakes a little more. Let's do 90% on the brakes. And then let's go ahead and save this setup real quick. Yo, I think I realized what's going on. I think it never logged me back in my driver. So that is why none of my settings are working. So I'm just gonna do this for now. And let's go to the track. I think that is fine. All right, we will do a drive out. That's probably not the best thing you want. Drifting on an F1 car. I lowered the brakes and they're still very sensitive. All right, that was a little better. I didn't lock up there. Our favorite corner. A little light corner here. I got me ready to come on the brakes earlier there. And then we just ride this out and let's get to qualifying. Here we go, guys. Let's try to get number one right off the back. Here we go. Can we do it? Sebastian Vettel is currently the fastest. Ooh. Carlos Sainz beat him. I think I can beat them all. Here we go. Let's see. I'm setting a bunch of purple sectors. Braking early. Ooh. Yes. Yes, 123, our fastest time. Our fastest time tonight. 123. Count them. All right, so I'm pretty sure no one's going to beat that time, 123. So we are going to accelerate the time. We're going for pole position tonight, and I think we're going to get it. So yeah, so I believe that they're going to cut us off. Let's show us the cutoff here. That's right, got the fastest. Oh, is it not going to show us? I thought it was going to show us. Oh, here it goes. All right, so that was round one. So yeah, the first five get cut off. Then the next five will get cut off in this round. So as long as we make above 10, we should be fine, and I believe we will be able to do so. And then the last round would be top 10. So, all right, we're gonna fly out this time. Hey, buddy, my son just woke up. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can do this in one lap. We're going for one lap here. Come on, Ricardo, don't hold me up. Car's almost getting under me. That's why I'm hesitating. Max Verstappen did a 125. Let's see if we can beat it. It is going to be very close. Yes, 123. That's our best time. Yo, I'm really beginning to love this track. All right, so we did a 123. We're really gonna make this these next parts of this episode very short. We're gonna accelerate the time again. All right. All right, I'm back. I'm back. All right. Okay. So we made the next cut. 123. We are beating everyone by at least 2 seconds. So we're doing well. Okay. All right, my goal is to get us all out of here before 11 o'clock. So let's see if I can do that. All right. We are going back out. We'll fly out again. Here we go. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can get into 122. Can we pull that off? Can we pull off a 122? I'm getting a little too ambitious here. All right. Okay. We're gonna return to the garage. I'm not gonna restart it because I'm gonna respect where I am and what I'm doing. This is qualifying, so I'm not gonna restart. But we're just gonna return to the garage and come back out and try again. All right, here we go. Coming from 10th place. Oh. Oh, way off. I think we can still pull this off. It is definitely going to be close. 123. We did it. 123-1. All right. We have hit pole position, guys. We are pole position for the race. Now we just have to do 5 laps. One thing I did not look at is my tire management. Okay, so I have one good tire for tomorrow's race. I should have thought about that a lot earlier. It's fine. Let's see. Ooh, 125. We did it. Pole position. Whew. All right. So we are in pole position for tomorrow's race, and now don't forget, I would love for you to rewind this. Look where we started, right? Um, I am curious to know what is the uh, it's on easy setting. We'll do that. We'll put it at let's just put it at a 50. All right, we'll do it at a 50. All this stuff. I'm gonna change this to simulation, car damage rate, simulation, low fuel mode. It's gonna be hard. Manual starts. Let's actually do the assisted start. Collisions are on, surface and carcass temperatures. All right. This will give us a little more competition for the race. I was curious to what that was on. It does seem that like everything has been reset. So next week we'll definitely do better. But this has been fun. You've literally seen my process, and honestly, that's what it's like. A lot of wrecking out in the first part, and you just stay at it. Stay at it, stay at it, stay at it. Oh, what happened to me? Oh, that's right. 5-second grid penalty. Oh. Oh, all of that hard work. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, man. Oh, wow. I totally forgot about the grid penalty. Well, it's fine. It happens. We are going to get back up there. All right, so I want at least a clean start. So we are going to not rewind, but we'll just restart the session because I definitely want it to be a clean race, a clean start race. I got bumped, which sucks. We'll try this again. Oh. Okay. Okay. I thought I was going to be racing from the front. I just want a good, clean race. And those are some of the hardest things to get, but we're gonna do it. Oh my goodness. Clearly nobody wants me to take the inside, so. Oh, I got the penalty early on because I think I went backwards. I did something in a practice, and so it gave me a penalty. All right, I decided to. Oh, come on. Who hit me? All right, let's just see if I can do this. We are really going to do it from the back, guys. We're going to go all the way from the back. Nah, I'm not going to do it that far back. Oh. Okay, let's see if this is a clean race, a clean start. Yes, a much better start. You've got to be kidding me. All right, we're for the. I wasn't going to flashback. We're going to flashback for this one because I don't think it's gonna get any cleaner, and I just want to get through this race. All right, here we go. I overseeded track limits. Our favorite corner. I think I'm gonna be doing a lot of passing right here. Right here. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if I can get past Max Verstappen. Am I gonna do it? This is really a fun track. Once you get the hang of it, it is really fun. It has a lot of undulation turns. And Perez, I am coming for you around this next turn. See you later, Perez. All right. Next up is our teammate. Let's see if I can catch him. He is up there. Oh, yo, that was a big one. For the sake of the for the sake of the stream, we're gonna just keep racing. Let's see if I can catch him. He is out there. I mean, we are driving, identical cars, so
Increasing the gap to the car behind by 0.5 per lap.
oh, that might be it. I don't have any battery.
Great race so far.
I'm really quiet because I'm trying to concentrate and catch him. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it here. Nope. Good race. Second place. Can't believe. Can't complain. I started from what was that? Fifth, sixth place. And even worse than that, with the practice. I'll turn this down. But yeah, even with the practice, I started even worse than that. So this has been a lot of fun tonight, guys. I definitely appreciate everyone who stuck around to watch the end of the stream. This literally has been my racing process, and that's what it's like. You get out on the track that you don't know, you have no idea. Sometimes you don't even know how the car is going to act. And I didn't know how the car was going to act this time. And I, tinkered around with it a little bit, kept at it, didn't give up. And I was able to get second place. And so if there is a lesson here tonight, the lesson is never, ever, 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 ever give up. Just keep at it, keep going. You will make it. You will be great. Thank y'all for joining me on this journey tonight. I've had an amazing time. Shout out to, I don't want to, my new coach. I'll just say it like that. I'm not sure if she wants me to put out her name, but shout out to my new coach. And just thank you for those inspirational words as well, because that really meant a lot to me in that conversation. And the other thing I learned is you're never too old to learn. And I learned this week from a 17-year-old young woman, and I'm looking forward to learning more from her. So with that being said, thank you all for tuning in to Road to Glory. And yeah, as always, we will be back next week on the 23rd, and we'll keep this thing going. And so Really appreciate y'all. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, and go back and watch. Watch from disaster to glory. That's what I would say. All right. So with that being said, thank you, eSports, for you know um, supporting this and providing a channel to show it. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate you, Steffi, as well. And with that being said, I'll see you all next week. Have a great night. And yeah, I'm looking in the corner to make sure I click the right video. But yeah, have a great night, and I will see you all next week. Peace.